Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, and you know what they say down at Memorial Stadium? Tuesdays build Saturdays. Straight from the mouth of Coach Matt Rule this morning at 6 in the morning.
Nice.
I'm telling you right now, use this week. Do not, like he said at his press conference on Saturday, this isn't a show. Use this week. Don't cash it in. You have an opportunity to act like you're preparing for a football game. Use it.
I'm going to interject real fast.
Use it
with the rule talk here.
Use it.
I have sensed some tension. How do I put this? With you and Nick. I mean, the insults.
Yes, they just
have started already. Nick, I mean, you teed Nick up, and Nick couldn't wait to just.
Yeah.
He hit the smoke out of it. I mean,
he did.
Striped a driver right down the middle with the insult.
450 dead center.
You know, I think it's time. You know,
Kumbaya, my Lord.
No, not that one. Not Kumbaya, Raff.
No Kumbaya.
I think you both understand that, you know, we're in this together. We built this city. We built this station on love, not rock and roll.
See,
love.
People forget Raff at the end of the show yesterday said that tomorrow, which is today, he was going to be my friend. So thank you, Raff.
Well, and I did. I come in to be your friend.
And then Nick, you
just
teed him up. I mean, right down the fairway.
You just absolutely crushed my hopes and my dreams. And
well, I'm sorry if it takes one little comment to
Nick,
to
actually,
crush the Dean
dreams. It's not really one comment. It's multiplied. You made
actions.
several. Several yesterday that were borderline inappropriate.
Yeah,
and I just think we need to end. We need to bury the hatchet right
We'll
now.
bury it. The hatchet's buried. Consider it buried.
We're friends again.
We're friends.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
It's time for Raff's good take.
It's time for Raff's good take.
It's time.
No, I don't. I'm not sure.
Goes out to a guy who sits across from me every single day.
You're gonna have to do a lot more to win that prestigious award.
You know, folks, it is Tuesday. The sun is out. It is spring game. We'll call it. It's spring game weekend. Which here's what I saw some clips yesterday, y'all. Before we go too much, we're going to talk about this a lot after we got a nice packed show for today. We got a guest at 9:00. We'll talk Husker sports, of course. Some NFL action, NBA action. And some weird things that happen on an airplane. I'd like to get you guys input on, man. I mean,
snakes on a plane.
You know?
Oh, it's snakes.
No, not snakes.
Okay.
I'll brief you on it, but I just thought it was
Is
weird.
it not the popcorn?
Yeah, I sent you guys that. I sent you guys that text.
I don't know if you sent it. I
just got it. When I got it, it was funny because I was like, "What is that?" And I looked it up. Now I know exactly.
Yeah, it was just kind of weird that
we're
way,
all
but,
good.
You know, I'm just, I'm going to read. Let me see. Somebody, I want to read some of these texts though. Going back,
Draymond's idiot. You know.
He's back to his old ways.
I mean, I am so tired of Draymond.
I'm going to say this. What he did, probably not the smartest thing ever. However, in the heat of the game, and the guy grabs your leg, maybe a little too intense with the kickback, but if somebody's grabbing my leg and I'm trying to get down court, I'm like, get off me. And I'm sort of like,
yeah, it was wrong to grab the leg, obviously, but I think the response,
it was a little overboard.
It was, and now I think Domantas Sabonis, his reaction to it was a little floppy, a little dramatic.
Yeah.
Is that Dream? Is Sabonis? What's his name? Sabonis' son that played for them back in the day, Raff?
I think they're related.
So anyway, Domantas Sabonis.
I think Arvidas' son or nephew.
Anyway, but no, like I think his reaction was a little dramatic. But I mean, this is. Becoming a repeatable thing for Draymond, and it's getting so old.
Yeah.
And then he's going and cussing out and calling fans name. Like you're gonna go over to the bench in a playoff game, and we're all about the whole like act like you've been there before,
like Russell Westbrook at halftime.
Yeah, like, and you're about to go over and just start calling dudes names. Like,
yeah,
start calling fans. You're not even talking about players.
Talking about playoffs.
You're gonna call some dude in the fourth row and tell him to come square up with you. Like, what are we doing right now?
Hey, there's a song. I just looked it up. I couldn't think of it. I know it was Stomp. But by the Brothers Johnson. Stomp upon it all night in your neighborhood, and the feeling's right. Stomp. Dude, think about Draymond Green. It wasn't the stomp last night. It was the collective number of things he's done in the past. But it was a little egregious, man. I mean, you think about it. I mean, because first of all, Sabonis shouldn't have grabbed his foot.
Yeah.
And I thought he should have been ejected too.
I agree.
I thought Sabonis should have been ejected too because he did grab his foot. But you know what? Because of Draymond Green's past,
it was by him, like him doing it. I understood because I kind of went back to when I was playing, and if somebody was like grabbing me, and I'd be like, "Get off me," you know, or if I was getting sacked, I was like, "Get off!" If they're laying on me too long, I start like you get a little pushy, like you're like, "Get off me! I don't want you on top of me no more." So
So
I looked at that the way grabbing his leg like that, and he's like, "Get off!" But he kind of went a little overboard.
He was a little overboard with it. He was a little overboard. Don, I agree with you. Don. Go ahead.
Mark's on Draymond's side. He says, "Don't grab the man's leg."
Yeah,
Mark's pro Draymond.
Mark, explain real quick, man. Because I'm not disagreeing with you. Explain real quick.
I am hard.
Oh, as a New York Knicks fan, do you have any levity to talk about anything as far as dirty?
Rico's putting me on the spot here.
Mark's on the radio.
I saw the
Look at
replay
the boss,
once.
man. Mark, what do you think, man?
But don't grab the man's leg,
Exactly.
right? Like,
I agree.
He's got to get down the court.
I agree.
You know, and all he's trying to do is get free and get down the court.
Yep.
Things happen.
You know what, Mark? I think both should have been ejected. If they're going to throw one out, you got to throw the instigator out first.
For sure.
Because Draymond wasn't like he just was running down court and just stomped him.
Mhm.
You know, and Don of the text line is a good point. Draymond is the type of player you want that gives you all for their teammates. However, it's just at the line of just not worth the drama to keep him. You know, agree or disagree with that, Don. But to me, Mark, he's like a modern day Dennis Rodman, but not as much like Dennis Rodman. You'd love him on your squad, but you'd hate to play against him.
He's a bit of an enforcer.
Yeah, he's an enforcer.
Yeah.
But, you know, last night I thought, okay, if you're going to eject Draymond, you better eject Sabonis as well. To me, it's that way. And not only that, it's the playoffs, baby. Tempers are up. You know, emotions are high. My thing is this. Tee both of them up, both sides, but the game keep playing. Keep playing basketball, man. That happened all the time back in the 80s and 90s, man. Yeah. I mean, you'd have dudes who were getting fights and still play.
Yeah, Bill Lambert.
You know, I'm not saying you let, it just be no holds barred. Yeah, Kurt Rambis, Kevin McHale, Bill Lambert. I can go on and on and on.
Rick Mahorn.
Mahorn was a bad boy. Rico, what you got to say?
Well, that's why they changed the game, because it was dangerous and people were getting hurt.
No, young.
What?
That's why the game is so soft right now. You don't have viewers until the playoffs because they've made it so soft. Yeah. Now I can understand the flagrant fouls.
Clotheslining people.
That
wasn't basketball.
It is what it is.
That wasn't basketball.
It is what it is.
No.
You know what? I'm not saying it's basketball, Rico, but neither is touching somebody and they're calling a foul today.
I know, and I don't agree with that.
So they've
gone too far. They've overcorrected.
They've got exactly.
From the 90s to the 2000s to about mid 2010s ish, maybe a little bit before. That was, we'll say, like 99 to about 2012.
Rico,
that was perfect basketball.
I'm also tell you why your generation is cheating in basketball.
Uh-oh.
The players we grew up watching were more fundamentally sound than the players are today.
Oh.
They are way more fundamentally sound today. Back in the day.
Why is Rico
than they were today? Think about that. No, it's the truth. I'm just telling you what I've watched. Tell you what I've seen. I've watched it firsthand. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, the players back then. Think about this. How many guys in the league right now can shoot a consistent 10 to 12 foot jumper? They can all shoot from half court.
I feel like there's a decent amount.
There ain't many, bro. There ain't many.
You've got your mid-range specialists.
Not many.
DeMar DeRozan.
Hey.
Julius Randle.
That's a few.
Jalen Brunson.
They were more fundamentally sound back then. Think about Okay, perfect example.
But they weren't as talented.
Oh, bro. I don't know about that, Rico.
They weren't as athletic.
I don't know about that, Rico.
They were not.
Well, you can look at technology, health, nutrition, all the rest of that stuff, camps, etc. What I'm simply saying, we had a pure brand of basketball back in the 80s and 90s before what is right now. Hence why viewership has been so down. All-star games are a joke, and people don't even watch it.
Well, that's just because they don't play. They don't actually play.
Exactly. Rico, you forgot about that guy, Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves is a gym rat. He's the first one in, the last one out. Dude just works harder than everybody else.
He's an outlier.
Rico, favor.
He's an outlier.
Could you double check if we're on the air, please?
Uh-oh.
Just to
Is
double
there-
check.
is there
Yeah, I
another
think we're
problem?
back on. I think
Is
we're
there
on
another
this morning.
problem?
Yes.
Okay,
No,
cool.
are like on the actual FM dial.
I think so.
On the actual FM dial.
Yesterday we weren't.
Folks,
After we
Give me a
played.
second.
folks
We,
can,
we, we have
If-
we had a little bit of a cryptic text, so I want to make sure.
if you can hear us out there, ladies and gents, let us know if you
Yeah,
can hear us
let
on
us
the
know
air.
if we're on the. Okay, Chase B
All right,
says
Chase
it
B,
is
you're on the
working.
radio.
Okay.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
Brian.
thank you,
Appreciate it.
guys.
He was talking about yesterday.
I knew about
FM is working.
yesterday.
Thanks, Paul.
But
Thanks,
no,
Brian.
they're thinking that maybe Sam Cooke is haunting us
Bipolar. Thank you, brother.
because of us singing the song.
Appreciate it.
Because after
Appreciate
Sam Cooke, we sang Sam Cooke yesterday. Radio
good.
silence.
Thank you,
Not
Rico.
Chicken
I wanted to double.
No,
check.
we're good.
Not Chicken Eric says reception sucks, but yes, you're on the air.
Hey,
Escaper
sun-
says-
Sunspots.
yeah,
Scaper says y'all good.
not Chicken Eric. Unfortunately, it's sunspots. That's
Sunspots.
out of our
Yeah.
The
control.
sun is slightly exploding.
Yeah.
Lisa's dad. AD with the old man back in my days. Takes back in my day, you could hit a fool.
Not Chicken Eric. Those listening in like Denver, so it gets a little shaky. That
Oh, you
reception.
know,
just
not
like
Chicken Eric?
just like the organization.
sounded
Very
good. Oh,
Yeah, real shaky.
Speaking of
Speaking
shaky,
of-
speaking of
speaking of-
shaky,
speaking of golf carts,
speaking of shaky, Russell Wilson.
hey,
Oh,
He can't drive his team down and score. He can't drive a golf cart. He can't drive the golf ball.
dude can't see defenders. Dude can't see bunkers.
Here's the best part. Not Chicken Eric says, I'm across the street.
My bad.
See, the thing is, the tower's not.
Keith
across-
Tenney said, "Let's ride."
the tower's not here. The tower's out in Firth.
Firth.
So
Firth.
the closer you get to Firth, the better the reception will be.
Unfortunately, yeah, sunspots though.
my
Yeah,
response
sunspots,
to
yeah.
Russell Wilson wrecking his golf cart likes contact.
That is the weakest excuse ever, Raff.
That's
He
all-
likes no.
that's all
Hold
I
on.
got.
He likes contact with the ground because he's been sacked so much.
Well, he was going to contact, or
He was
maybe,
going to the bunker.
or maybe he just likes the beach, and he's like, "Hey, look, guys."
Well,
the
he
beach."
spent a lot of time at the beach
Yeah,
when they
he-
missed the
he- I'd
playoffs.
say you got a lot of
Yeah.
vacation time.
He'll be
Cancun
ready.
on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
That's funny.
You know, Texas Jeremy has a good point. I used to love watching the NBA as a kid, not so much anymore. Love Jason Kidd, Mark Finley, Strickey, Mashburn, Steve Nash, Derek, Don Nelson. Those were the days. They were the days, Texas
Mike
Jeremy.
Bibby.
And I mean, all those cats, man. It was just a different brand of basketball back then. Now they are. I mean, it's soft. I see what your point, Rico. To your point, though, they definitely overcorrected. If they would have just kept it somewhere in the middle, that would have been fine. Because even Draymond's deal last night and Sabonis both, neither one of those guys would have been ejected back in the day, man. 80s, 90s. They
Yeah,
were
no,
both
you
been
just don't
teed up.
stomp on somebody's chest. And I get the whole
Don't grab a guy's foot.
Don't grab his leg.
Don't grab my foot.
That's not ejectable. If he would have gotten his leg free and didn't stomp on his chest, just pull his leg out, run down the court, we're not even talking about this.
Was it a stomp or was he just, just kind of?
It was
It was a Ndamukong Suh stop.
yeah,
on
it was a
Bakhtiari.
let me
Bakhtiari.
try and play this off as I'm just putting my foot down in the middle of your chest
Yeah.
and
Now-
then jumping up. Like, what are you doing? He put all of his weight back into him.
Hey, Ryan J93 says,
once again, here.
What's
Go ahead. I'll go. Let
he
you go.
goes, got to remember Scottie Pippen, Bill Laimbeer did it. Robin Dickman, but tumble for dirty players. They got it in. Go ahead, brother. Thanks,
my,
Ryan
my,
93.
my big thing is just like that. Exactly how everybody or how people reacted on the floor yesterday tells you where priorities are at, though. Because first thing Draymond did was he started yelling, he started screaming, he started cussing out fans. Like that's his priority.
See, that's the part right
that's,
there.
That's not the game's fault.
Yeah.
That's just the type of NBA players that are in the game nowadays. That because here's the deal: is like he went over. I wish we could like play the clips, but like there's videos on Twitter of him straight up calling just random fans, just picking them out, pointing and calling them names. I'm sitting there going, "You're in the middle of a playoff game. Why are you worried about what some dude in the fifth row was saying?"
Mhm.
No,
That
why
part
does it
right,
matter?
that part right there. I could care less for him. It's like, dude, go in the locker room.
Yeah.
Worry about what's on the court. If it happens on the court, when you start getting involved with the fans, because we already had an example of that, the melee in the Palace. That didn't end up too well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Draymond's trying to use his the fact that championships before as like,
it's so
I
annoying.
understand the playoff atmosphere. I understand this. They're playing on the road. He's trying to hype his team up by getting ejected and yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
And I understand it, but at the same time, like Nick said, you're in the playoffs. Like, figure it.
It becomes a distraction.
This isn't the first time that he's been ejected
he did
in a
last year.
situation like this. When they were up 3-1
Yep.
on Cleveland and he tries to step over LeBron James, he gets a tee. That's his like 15th tee in however many games. So he has to sit out the next game. Cleveland comes back from down 3-1. Like he's done this multiple times. That's just who he is. Yeah. And you take the good with the bad with Draymond. Yeah. You know, he might give you a double-double with points and assists because the dude can't score the basketball anymore. But he also might get ejected and get 2 tees.
Yeah. Like I'm sitting here watching this. He literally stands up on a chair and stares at the fans and starts taunting them.
I don't know what all that's all about.
You were in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
Do I have to remind you? You were losing number 1 and you already were down 1-0.
Because he's just enticing. It's what he does.
Here's the problem with that point, though.
So annoying. I appreciate what he's done for on the defensive end for the game. Like defensive guy in the finals a couple years ago. It's fine, right? It's whatever. But dude, it's getting tired.
What you're doing is, what's the part that I don't like about it, you're making it about you at that point. Yeah. You're making it a spectacle about you. Man, if you got ejected, shut up, get off the court, go in the locker room and take care of business, you know. But when you start doing stuff like that, you're taking away from the game. You're making it about yourself. And that's the part I don't like. I didn't care. You know, the play was, you know, that could have been either way. But when you belabor it and drag it out and put all the tension on you, I'm not more about you, but that ain't pumping me up if I'm your teammate. I'm like, dude, shut up, go to the locker room, let us finish this game.
Let's get this game going.
You know
again.
What I'm saying, man?
I gotta stay here and I gotta wait for you to leave.
Right, wait for you to leave. We're down right now. Shut up and go to the locker room. I got your back, but shut up and go to the locker room.
They get a free throw and the ball.
Yes. Yeah. Folks, we'll be back with more things, all things sports as far as that go. And Nick and Raff have buried the hatchet. It's
We're friends again.
I completely forgot that we had.
And to our listener in Bangkok, enjoy that scotch.
Dang, Bangkok.
8:36 a.m. No,
yeah, literally, it's 5:00 somewhere.
Yep.
Don't tell Raff.
All right, we'll throw it to break. This is the Drive 93.7 The Ticket.
Views go to for unforgettable views of action Kansas NASCAR.
Algorithms or degree or stereotypes, covering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Largest economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Neil Armstrong took 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P, Center Park Road.
Hi everyone, Ken Automotive and Dakin. Bring us here. Summer is fast approaching. Weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways at car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
A lot of businesses say that they're when tough best interest. James and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start. I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC, sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
CDL drives Ready, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total to $60,000 your first year driving. The employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, the overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln by offering a number of services. From group homes for special needs adults to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the intellectual and developmental disability services your loved one needs to live a fulfilling life. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a more rewarding career, learn more about available positions. Learn more about services for your loved ones or employment today at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. It's April, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 40th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are around the corner. Mullen Motors.
Oh, tagline, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny skies, warm, windy conditions here for our Tuesday, an afternoon high of around 78. Southeast winds could gust near 30 at times. We'll see a chance of scattered thunderstorms late this evening into tonight, with a low down to around 60. A high tomorrow of around 76 with another chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. AD, probably you just get off the phone there with Jalen Hurts after signing his big contract yesterday.
Well, I just got off the phone with my son Keenan Davis.
Oh, same thing.
But it was kind of cool, man. He's out, he's on his job. They were visiting Iowa. They're on.
Boo!
Yeah, they're visiting Iowa right now and visiting different golf courses. They're actually right outside in Iowa City right now. And at a meeting yesterday, you got to meet the vice president, the second in command for the PGA.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'm at the second in command for PGA, so he's kind of giving me the lowdown on that. So it's always cool to hear kids excited about what they do and love what they do, man. So yeah, well, Jalen Hurts is not hurting.
Nice little contract.
Dude, the thing that here's why I love the fact that Jalen Hurts got what he got, man. There was a post that actually I think it was RG3 put up, I thought on Twitter. It's really cool. He says Jalen Hurts' journey is a Hollywood movie. First true freshman to start at Alabama in 32 years. Took Alabama to back-to-back national championship games. Benched by Saban for Tua at halftime of his second national championship game after first struggles. Cheered on Tua, and the rest of the team was at Tua led them to comeback victory, which he did, which I thought was so classy, man. Didn't transfer, saw it through, stayed, developed, and replaced a struggling Hurt Tua in the SEC championship game the next year. Hurts leads Alabama to comeback victory over Georgia in the same stadium where Tua had come off the bench to replace him and lead Alabama to a championship. Transferred to Oklahoma for his last year and was a Heisman finalist. Drafted in the Eagles' second round. Many question his ability as a thrower. Suggested he switched positions. Remember, that was a huge thing. Beat out franchise quarterback Carson Wentz. Led the Eagles to playoffs in 2021. Didn't believe he was the future in Philly. Led the Eagles to Super Bowl. You guys' thoughts? I'm pumped for the guy, man. I'm pumped for the guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, he had probably one of the most improved seasons that we've seen in a while, from the course of 2 seasons ago to last year. He was impressive as hell, and just glad that Oklahoma got the highest paid quarterback or highest paid player in NFL history.
Boomer Sooner
instead of Alabama.
Boomer Sooner.
So,
and I look at that too as if I'm a Bears fan, that is a progression I want Justin Fields to be under.
Yeah.
I see that. I see the same. I see the same thing in both of those players. I think that all the Bears fans, or not all the Bears fans, but I've heard some Bears fans saying they want to trade Justin Fields. And I'm just like, why? I'm like,
go ahead.
You have a Jalen Hurts quarterback. You've just got to have patience with them. And
but the difference is, hopefully the Bears fans understand this. Here's one thing too, you guys got to admit. Jalen Hurts has a very good surrounding cast.
True that.
Very different in Chicago.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts has got one of the best centers to ever play the game.
Yeah.
To hike him the ball every time. He's one of the best centers to ever play. And he got one of the best receivers in the game.
I was just gonna say, Devontae Smith.
Right,
and
they're loaded.
And you go out and you get, you finesse the Tennessee Titans for AJ Brown.
Yeah, but Raff, to your point, if they get the right pieces, it could be very Jalen Hurts.
Exactly. I agree with you. That. I'm just like they're like, I've heard people like, well, we need to trade Justin Fields and we need to get more players. I'm like, how about keep Justin Fields and use that high draft pick and get him some weapons around him, and I think you'd see a turn. And then I also looked at that contract he signed yesterday. They were saying that contract was similar to what Lamar Jackson turned down at the beginning of the year. So how does this affect his contract negotiations? Because now you got the Ravens are probably going to come back and be like, well, Jalen Hurts, who was second in the MVP, got his team to the Super Bowl, signed this contract.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want $50 million more? And it's not really the contract. I know Lamar Jackson will probably, when he signs his contract, will probably be the richest deal ever signed. It's the sticking point is the guaranteed money.
Part of it. Yeah.
And that's where it's going to come down to, is where he's going to decide what he wants his guaranteed money to be, because Jalen's guaranteed money is $179 million. So I'm not sure if maybe they will give him $200 million guaranteed, but at the end of the day, I would think it'd probably be about the same, just more top.
JJ from the Philippines, appreciate you for listening in too, man. I know you listen to the
dang, we're like international today.
To the early break as well, man. Appreciate you, folks. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be history time. On the drive with AD and Raff, Nick can hold it down to the 1 and 2s. I don't even know what the 1 and 2s mean, but if the 1 and 2s sounds good.
Wigga.
937 the ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
There's a new way to vacay when you fly LNK. Check out brand new service at the Lincoln Airport to some of America's favorite travel destinations. Catch convenient nonstop flights to Vegas, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Orlando, Austin, Dallas, or Nashville. Fly via Red. With so many affordable to choose from, your vacation has never been easier. Visit goflyred.com and book today. Flights are public charters offered by Global X Air Tours LLC and operated by Global Crossing Airlines Incorporated.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Concrete, Husk Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of to $60,000 your first year. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
For great views, go to Kansas. For unforgettable views of action-packed racing, go to Kansas Speedway. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 6th and 7th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
This is Jay Foreman. I work here to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny skies, warm, windy conditions here for our Tuesday, an afternoon high of around 78. Southeast winds could gust near 30 at times. We'll see a chance of scattered thunderstorms late this evening into tonight, with a low down to around 60. A high tomorrow of around 76, with another chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Our wide selection designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
It's April, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. AD, you know what time it is when it's this time. on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Let the beat. Let that thing go, Nick. Let that thing go. Let that
Here
thing
he
go.
goes. Here he goes. Sometimes you just gotta let him go.
There we go. Man, that beat comes in nice, man. Comes in nice, man. Comes in nice. I like that beat.
I'll tell you another beat that comes in nice.
What's that?
Oh, you know what time it is, AD.
What's that?
AD.
Tell me what time it is.
You got to tell me what time it is.
Folks, it is time for the sweet singing.
The haunting of Sam Cooke come upon us.
Sam Cooke.
The doctor.
Possibly a reason why the radio went off yesterday.
Now punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
Is the FM signal still strong?
We've identified the problem with the radio. 1966, Bill Russell becomes the first African-American coach in NBA history, man. Player and coach, 1966. Yep. Bill Russell, the late Bill Russell, God rest his soul, he had some stories, man, because living in Beantown
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
So being a player in Beantown and then going to become the head coach.
Yeah.
And I believe he played and coached his last couple of years there with Boston.
He did, man. That was a rough place for him, man, especially in those days. Yeah, thank God we've come a long way. We got obviously a long way to go still, but the things that's why when you talk to guys like a Mr. Albert Maxey, you know, his contemporary, if you would, and the things that he went through, regardless of what your race or background is, you know, you look about things they went through and their hardships. It's like, well, heck, Rack, your uncle, your great uncle by marriage, whatever it is.
Yep. Kid,
you think about the things he went through, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't even comprehend that. So
yeah, and I also wonder too, you know, just the forward thinking of Red Auerbach at the time to make that decision.
Absolutely.
To name his because it wasn't like the Celtics were like bottom half of the league. These guys are winning championships, and to say, okay, I'm naming, you know, Bill Russell the head coach, and I believe that he did win a couple championships when he was named coach.
Well, you think about that, Raff. You think about what Branch Rickey did for the Dodgers, and being the first person to bring a black player into the MLB with Jackie Robinson. Man, those guys were definitely trailblazers and saying, you know what, this is not going to be in fact in the heat of social unrest and racial unrest, but I'm going to do the thing because it's not about this, you know, the skin color, it's about the content of character that qualified for it. So major moves back then, man. 1995, quarterback Joe Montana announces retirement from football, which still does not seem like he's been gone. He's not played for 30 years, man.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
Yes. Nick, you talking about
what did you think about Joe on the field? Oh, wait a second. You were still 8 years from being born.
Yeah.
That is so
That's
crazy.
nuts.
I don't like that.
Guys that me and basically Joe Montana was for like your modern day just hearing Aaron Rodgers all the time. Tom Brady, you know. But Joe Montana was
Tom
a bad
Brady
boy.
was playing before he was born also. So
yeah, that's true. Well, also, folks, a day that in Husker history that's not pleasant. Yeah. It's been 26 years. 27 years since Brooke Behringer has been gone. The thing about being a teammate of Brooks, man, regardless of your teammate or not, but teammates, we saw a different side of Brooke than even the fans saw. You know, when there was ups, there was downs, but the dude still was just, I mean, you're talking about the epitome of class, epitome of character. The day that Brooke passed away, I'll never forget, I'm at Hewitt Center at the University of Nebraska. They're in the Hewitt Center, and I meet with Chris Bubach. He's now the president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We're sitting there talking and meeting. Brooke walks by with his brother-in-law, soon-to-be brother-in-law. We rap for a little bit. He's getting ready for the draft. I mean, this is literally 3 hours before this took place, a couple hours before it took place. And he was heading to go fly. And then a few hours later to receive that news, I'm thinking, I just saw this dude, man. There was a play I brought in wrong in the game. Imagine that. Brooke Behringer looks at me and says, "Hey, we don't have that play." And I can still see him look down the line of scrimmage, audibling out of it. He looks at me and just shakes his head. And then that Monday in practice, Coach Brown goes, We got AD out here calling plays. It's not even our repertoire. And Coach Osborne goes, AD, seems like Brooke bailed you out on that one, did he? I was like, yes, he did, Coach. He bailed me out. It would have helped if I didn't have a hot dog in my mouth running off the field calling the play. Coach Osborne's plays were so long. Slot right, jack right. I was looking at him just like, it was like, want. Raff, where were you at when that tragedy took place, man?
I was at Schulte Fieldhouse. And if you remember back to that, it was such a strange day because this was, before cell phones. And the word, it just sort of spread it throughout the stadium that day. And I remember when the one that hit me the hardest was they're like, yeah, Coach Osborne went down to his locker and got his mouthpiece to take it out to the crash site so they could match up and I was just like,
records.
That was the most somberest, that whole,
Jeez.
Because the spring game was 3 days after that happened. I think it was 2 or 3 days out. It was just the whole state was just, it's definitely one of those days that it's so sad. And man,
the FCA state event conference banquet was that night too, where Brooke was supposed to attend that night too. Yeah. And they thought about not doing it. Then it's like, no, he would want us to go on. So that was just, and it doesn't seem like it's been 27 years. That's for sure, man.
And I always remember when Tommy had his blood clots and they interviewed Brooke Behringer and no one really knew what to expect. This is the backup quarterback, really hadn't played a ton, some mop-up duty and stuff like that. And they asked him, so what is the plan for Nebraska? Now what do you guys expect to do? And he goes, go out and win them all. And he went out and he won every game he started and
won them all.
Took Nebraska to the championship. And then Tommy took it from there and got ourselves a title. So rest in peace, Brooke. We miss you, brother.
Rest in peace, man. Prayers to his family on today and all those who knew him and those who were just fans of him. So that was definitely Husker history we don't like talking about, but also to celebrate the life and honor the life that he lived to be the best that we can be, as well. Folks, we'll be right back on the other side from messages from our partnerships. AD Raff, Nick holding it down. The Drive with AD and Raff, 937 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. KKFM Firth, 90 The Ticket.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
It's April, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and summer Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive on Lincoln is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips like your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
The Butcher by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of venue with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street, or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule ordering at motorfood.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. But now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction material. They sell in bulk to save you money, buying anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. They deliver anywhere, and if you mention you heard this ad on 93.7 The Ticket, they'll deliver in town for free through the month of April with some restrictions applying. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes the job but a fear. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Rashawn Jackson here from Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Look, diesel mechanics and linemen built on hard and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny skies, warm, windy conditions here for our Tuesday, an afternoon high of around 78. Southeast winds could gust near 30 at times. We'll see a chance of scattered thunderstorms late this evening into tonight, with a low down to around 60. A high tomorrow of around 76, with another chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Global, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is the Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We got AD, we got Nick, and we got ourselves a very special guest in studio, AD. Who do we have in studio,
We
AD?
have the one and only Miss Kimberly Goins, Executive
Legend.
Director.
The great one.
Lancaster County Boys and Girls Club.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me.
Kim, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You know, before we get started, I'm going to say thank you to
Yeah.
both of you. You guys not only support the Boys and Girls Club, you support so many community organizations, and you really are the lifeblood of what we get to do every day. So let me just say thank you.
Appreciate it, sis. Absolutely.
Wow,
We
that's-
appreciate it. We love doing it.
That means an awful lot coming from Kim Goins.
It does. It does, Kim. And you know what? We're going to echo that back to you for all the work that you do for the the city of Lincoln, for the Boys and Girls Club. You know, you're dealing with a lot of things in our world today.
Absolutely.
And you work with kids with various economic levels, backgrounds, race, etc. I tell you right now, how do you keep, and I talk about attitude all the time, you know, but there's some professions I'm like, Lord, the motivator, we need a motivator to motivate the motivator.
Don't I know it?
I'm telling you, Kim, what keeps you going?
You know, that's a really good question, AD. When I think about my family legacy, right, and even our family here locally, it's always been a family of service. We are self-motivated in a way to be in service of others. And when you think about our youth specifically, right, let me tell you guys, we cannot afford to get this thing wrong, right? You look at the current state of the state, right? The state of the world right now, man, these people are going to be running this thing. And full disclosure, they give me some hope in a way that I have not had before, but we cannot afford to mess this thing up.
Right. Kim, it's been how many years now have you been with the Boys and Girls Club?
Going on 4, so right at 3.5 years. Yeah.
What, I guess I'm asking a few things. And I'm going to bring this up because not bringing this, I'd be remiss. You have kids that are, when we were growing up, we called them latchkey kids.
Yes.
You know, you had, your key wrapped around. Nick's like, what is a latchkey kid? He's only 22 years old. I mean, so he's kind of like latchkey kid. The latchkey kids, you had the key in your, either around your, your neck, or you had it in your pocket, in your backpack, or your bag. Those rates are even higher now because the family has changed quite a bit.
Yes.
The dynamics have changed quite a bit. Tell me a typical day at the Boys and Girls Club.
You know, I think what's really important to start with are the team of the Boys and Girls Club, right? So I have the easiest job. I get to go around separating people from their money, but most importantly, by telling the story of the work that's happening there through the people each and every day. So we have a really dynamic group of young people, a lot of college students who work for us. They get there early. They're passionate about youth. But more importantly, when young people walk through our doors, immediately what happens is they are met by someone that they can trust and someone, more importantly, that believes in them. And I tell people, if we did nothing else but provide a safe place to go, I promise you it's worth the investment. But then beyond that, they really get some high quality, high impact programming that's going to help set them up for their future. So specifically what that looks like, financial literacy. And at a real micro level, right? So what does it look like to have a budget to save money? And then we work in high school, start looking at how do you invest that money, right? Because people aren't taught that traditionally in high school. We talk about leadership development, but not your buzzword that we hear all the time. We've partnered with the university who kicked us out some curriculum based on, get this, what employers here in our own city were saying that they were having some issues they were having around soft skills specifically. A really brilliant team at the University of Nebraska here in Lincoln kicked us out some curriculum. So a kid now knows what does workplace gossip look like? How do you identify it? How do you pivot from it? Right. So you can
Well,
really
Nick and Raff are a perfect example
Yeah.
of workplace gossip. Actually, verbal assault is what we got going on here at the ticket.
I saw
Nick,
some of
listen
that
up.
this morning.
Nick, listen up. Let's talk
It's
about
always
this.
me. I'm always the victim.
I'm the nice guy, mean guy.
Rav, hold up now. Let's talk about this workplace gossip, though.
Yeah. So it's all those things like how are they showing up? And then I want to end with a lot of our community partners that come in and provide everything from fencing club, right? So the kids are again learning something about themselves. We have BGCEO where they build a viable business in 6 weeks, but we have community people
wow.
here are supporting them. And I'll tell you this: last year when we first launched this, some kids made money. Great. Why did you make money? How do we replicate that? How do we invest it, save, right? And then some lost money. And then why? Right. And so we have organizations like Invest Nebraska who help with making sure that our kids can afford to start a business. And then lastly, we're going to feed them a hot meal every day.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that literally mind, body, and soul are taken care of in our programming.
Kim, two things. All of that is fantastic. I love, first of all, I know Kim, our backgrounds are similar to how we grew up, with just, from a socioeconomic standpoint.
Sure.
I remember going to college. I didn't know how to balance a checkbook.
Yeah.
I never had a checkbook.
Yeah.
My parents were trying to make ends meet. There wasn't nothing to balance.
Yeah.
It was always in the red.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to balance when it's always in the red. So that financial literacy piece, regardless if someone starts a business or not,
That's right.
they'll be able to understand basic economics, basic financial literacy, which is huge right now.
That's right.
So I think that's tremendous. Even the ones who didn't make money, teaching them why they
You
didn't.
better believe it.
To go back and say, okay, here's the mistakes that were made. Here's how to correct them in the future if you decide to go on this. But if nothing else, you've learned some financial tools that can help you for the rest of your life.
That's right.
So that piece, but also you mentioned the hot meal. When I was growing up, I knew that mom or dad, but my dad went to work. I knew when I came home, dad was going to be there. Then when my mom went back to work, when I got into school, she was working. So parents busting their tails off. I knew someone's going to be home. I knew there was going to be a meal. Now, it might have not been much, but I knew there was consistency that's there. Talk about how that's not such the case with some of the kids, not all, but some of the kids that you may have at your facility.
Yeah, as you mentioned, we have a lot of household where both parents are out working. Period. Right. So this is not a case of the narrative that people are lazy, they don't want to work. Unfortunately, most of them working 3 or 4 jobs to sustain. And so it's not that they don't want to be there. They can't be there to take care of their kids. And so you have a lot of our youth who are in middle school and high school who are also taking care of, listen to this, K-5 siblings. And so we have to make sure that they are healthy and they are strong to continue to support the inner workings of their own families. And so sadly, so many of our young people, we are the meal that they're going to have for the rest of the evening. Right. And so we've even partnered with the food bank during the summertime to make sure we're taking care of the entire family. And then we do the boxes of fruits and vegetables that they can take and help support the entire family. I don't know if you've been to the grocery store lately. You know me, I actually don't shop, but I are a cook. And so a few weeks ago, I went to the grocery store. I bought 4 items, and I kid you not, it cost me $60.
Yeah.
It cost me $60 for 4 items.
Yes.
Yes. I posted it on my Instagram. I put it in my chat. I couldn't believe that that's what it costs. Now imagine, right? If you have 4 or 5 kids you're going to feed. We need the support.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we have to do it.
So Kim, speaking of support, tomorrow on Friday. This Friday is a big event that raises a tremendous amount of resources. And I never like saying donations, because I always say donations sound like you're giving away a kidney.
Yeah.
When I say it's going to be a big investment night for the Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln. Tell us about Friday night, what that event is.
Yeah, Friday night is our 8th annual casino night event. So Shout out to Jessica and Claire for putting this event
Absolutely.
together. It's at Lexus of Lincoln. They have been wonderful sponsors, and we're going back there this year. COVID kept us out of their space actually
Yeah.
the last couple of years.
Mhm.
It starts at 7 p.m. It goes to 9:30 p.m. And it's what you would think of a casino night, man. It's your friends. It's a lot of fun, laughter,
Right.
a lot of community members getting together, but most importantly, getting together for one important cause. And that's taking care of our future, right? And what's fun about this is 100% of every single dollar invested in this casino night event, 100% of it comes back to directly to our programming specifically.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Kim, I've done that a number of years. Like I told you, unfortunately, this one I can't do.
Yeah.
Because there's only so often you get to celebrate one of your former coaches.
Yeah.
Let them smell the rose before they're no longer here.
Yeah, but you guys can bring him over to casino night.
Yep.
Just putting it out there.
Fighting Frank Solich. Coach, you got 5 on it?
Yeah.
Coach is on a heater.
Get him, girls. Backdoor little Joe.
Listen, I bet he'd come there and win it all.
Breaking more curses. He's here just on a rampage breaking curses, man. Kim, tell me, that trivia night as well. We do trivia night. It's later in the fall. Casino night is Friday night. How important is it for events like this that'll take place on Friday night? Again, there'll be a number of former athletes, business individuals, men and women that'll be there supporting. And it's always, folks, I'm telling you right now, it is a great event. Last year we were at the zoo, had a great time. It had the huge tent up. There was heaters, there's cocktails, there's food, there's meals. People are laughing, having a great time. And as I stepped back, Kim, I was looking at that event and I'm thinking, all this is going to help kids. To help kids.
That's right.
So what's the goal for this year's event? What's the goal?
Yeah, so we have a financial goal, but Casino Night event for the Boys and Girls Club is actually the event that we use to invite the community to learn more about our organization. This is not our biggest fundraising event. We have a goal to raise about $40,000. Again, we are really close, but we need more people to come out and to sign up. You can go to our website, lincolnbgc.org. We'd also like to give away a couple of free tickets to your audience. And so we'll throw something up on your Facebook pages and your social media. And, those who tag us, etc., we will give away some tickets. We want to invite the community out for this.
Absolutely. Kim, tell me, as far as you mentioned, so I'm going to go back to this again. You mentioned to where the older siblings are caretakers for the younger siblings. Some of these students that you and your team help every day, you and your teammates are the most consistent things in their lives.
That's correct.
Because some of them don't have both parents at home, or some of them, are just doing the best they can, like you said, with what they have. What do you try to instill in your team to let them know what the work? Because it's easy for us in any job you do to get caught up just in the monotony of the job. It's a job, and you forget because your head's so down in it. You stop to forget sometimes to look up and see the work you're doing, the great work you're doing, the life change work you're doing. What do you try to instill in your team to remind them of the mission that you guys and gals have?
Yeah, we always start with the why, right? There's not a time that we gather, because I will tell you this, Aaron, there's actually not one of us who cannot see ourselves in one of these kids. And kids have a whole new, a whole new genre, if you will, of things that put them at risk that we did not actually have when we were coming up.
These cell phones right here.
Oh, man. Man, you're talking about self-esteem. Somebody can take one photo of you doing something very innocently and it can turn into a chaotic moment, and they have not been equipped to emotionally process this. I mean, think about us as adults, not just us sitting in this room. Think about some of the bad acting that went on during the height of the pandemic.
Yes.
When people were sitting at home with themselves in isolation. Now, and you're an adult, imagine being 12, 13, 14, 15, and you don't even have the brain capacity, to process some of that. That's what we're seeing with our kids today. And so this is no longer a situation, Aaron, and I try to spread this message that is just poor kids who are at risk. That is just Black kids who are at risk. That is just New American Anonymous. English speaking kids at risk. I'm telling you now, if you have a kid, even if you have two parents in the household, they are at risk.
Yes,
They're
they are.
at risk of other influences. They're at risk
Yeah.
because of social media. One single moment can be a great disruptor in their life.
Kim, you bring up what you mentioned, those disruptors and the pressure that these students have on them that I did not have growing
That's
up.
right.
Rav did not have growing up. Nick is only 12, so he understands a lot of these things right now. I'm sorry, Nick, I had to put that in there.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Now I have an issue with you.
Yeah, I got beef with you, dog. We're going to handle that after the second.
We're gonna,
But Kim,
on an island.
But Kim, you look at my backpack right here. When I came home from school, I could set my backpack or gym bag down. Us three could do that.
Yes.
These kids, they set the backpack down, but this phone is still there.
Yep.
Snapchat, Instagram,
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook, TikTok,
That's
etc. They never put their phones down. If you took their
Never.
phone away, they couldn't breathe, it seems like, for
That's
some
right.
of them. With that being said, though, it doesn't matter socioeconomic status, doesn't matter race, because at the school, and I'm not going to say what school, but there's schools right in our town, schools around the country that I've been through, where unfortunately students have hurt themselves
Mhm.
or actually, unfortunately, ended their lives. And it wasn't because of socioeconomic status either.
That's right.
Nope.
It's across all boundaries, all borders, all money, all races. And it reinforced the importance of what you do, Kim. You and your team have to continue to be a voice and a place of refuge and a place of safety and consistency for all these kids. And when you remind your team about their whys, that right there is the epitome of what you do. Why do you? Because like you said, either one of us in this room could be in those same situations.
That's right. Let me just put out a few statistics for you. So every year we do a huge annual survey across the entire Boys and Girls Club movement. And I was just looking at some of our statistics, right? Because we're talking about some of these risky behaviors, i.e. the influence of cell phones. 100% of our kiddos, right? So you're talking about over 3 schools, Park Middle School, North Star High School, Northwest High School here in Lincoln. 100% of them abstained from sex in the last year. 98% of them abstained from marijuana and other drugs. 97% abstained from alcohol, right? And so you're talking about when you can be a positive influence in a kid's life, it will delay those other risky behaviors. 96% said, I have an adult who believes in me, that I know that I can go to. Imagine being able to say that. I'm telling you guys, this is an us problem.
Yeah.
This is no longer an individual household problem. This is
Right.
an everybody's problem. We have to all get involved.
Folks, I tell you what, if you even have an inkling, I'm not inkling, even if you have even just a slight interest of being a stakeholder, is what Pete always got like that, a stakeholder in the community, the Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln would be a great one to learn more about. Kim, how will they go learn about the event again on Friday night?
Yeah, definitely go to our website or follow us on social media, Lincoln Boys and Girls Club. But our website is Lincoln BGC for Boys Girls Club.org. Click on the events tab. You will see casino night come up. You can purchase an individual ticket for $75 there. You get $2,000 in play money, casino money to get you started. Super Saver donated 100% of the food.
Oh, wow.
Lexus of Lincoln, their entire team is setting this thing up for us. Come out, have a good time, but more importantly, change some lives.
Kim, if someone can't make the event but just wants to make a contribution to the organization, how would they do that? What buttons do they click on the site?
Yeah, it's on the site. There's a donate tab there, and you can earmark it for a casino night. You can earmark it for a program, and or my all of my contact is on there. I also even always give out my cell phone number. Call me. I'd love to have coffee with you.
Absolutely.
And tell you more.
Folks, we can't thank Kim Goins enough, Executive Director of the Lincoln Boys and Girls Club right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. They continue to do amazing work to be that beacon of light for a lot of kids that are looking for that light. So, Kim, thank you so much for being on the show. Good luck on Friday night. We'll definitely have you back on again.
Thank you guys for having
Absolutely.
me.
Folks, that's The Drive with AD and Raff. We have Kimberly Goins here as our guest. We got Nick holding it down, 90.7 a ticket. We'll be right back.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly by our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go big red.
The Empire brand is growing. ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting. ESC is your place for custom handrails, industrial and commercial painting, and more. ESC provides custom welding for aluminum and stainless steel and media blasting of all sorts. ESC is great attention to detail. They stick to deadlines and keep within your budget. If you can dream it, they can make it. Contact ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting in Waverly today at 531-207-9329.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. In Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing it. On Husker Highway, but now it's stopping. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction material. They sell in bulk to save you money, buying anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And if you add on 93.7 the ticket, they'll deliver in town for free through the month of April with some restrictions applying. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. At Foundation Repair, We Fix Basements.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. RoofingServiceCompany.com for more info today.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. But now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction material. They sell in bulk to save you money, buying anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. They deliver anywhere, and if you mention you heard this ad on 93.7, they'll deliver in town for free through the month of April, with some restrictions applying. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-16.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. We're back on.
Speaking of jobs, I about lost mine.
Got a hot mic, little hot mic action.
We are live
Hot mic action.
at The Ticket.
Hot mic action.
Guys, it's that time of the day again.
Oh, yeah, Raff?
I've got a Raff's good take.
Before you do Raff's good take,
Uh-oh. Me and Nick are friends again.
I want to give a for about the
We're going to hang out tonight.
next 4 minutes or so, give or take. Kim Goins, thank you again, sis, for coming in and sharing about such a vital part of the community, Boys and Girls Club, because everything she said, I agree with 100%, 1,000%. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge, man. Thank you to Kim and all the team there at the Boys and Girls Club of Lancaster County for all that you do for so many.
And it's just that she, you know, you always hear about people that they want to make a difference, but you don't follow through. Like a lot of people say stuff. Don't follow through.
Right.
And she's one of those people. If she says it, it's coming to fruition one way or the other.
It's going to come to fruition.
She is a force of nature, and I'm glad that Lincoln and Nebraska has, Kimberly Goins in this town, because.
Well, I think with Kimberly, they're stakeholders. I mean, they get involved. They don't just say it, and think about when you have a platform, fellas, this microphone is a privilege. It's a privilege. We have fun and we laugh and joke, but the microphone is a privilege. Use it. Go do something for somebody else, man. Regardless of what that thing may be, find your microphone or the parts of life too, to be, to invest in people, to help people, regardless of what that role may be. But Raff's good take, my man.
It's time.
Oh boy, here we go.
Are you gonna sing it, or you want me to play it?
Play it. That music.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I gotta open up the file here.
It's got its own.
Did you lose it, Nick? I mean,
I did lose it for a moment. I lost.
Dog, you good?
I figured it'd be like outlined in gold sparkles or something. It's time for Raff's good take. It's time for Raff's good take. It's time for Raff's good take right now.
It gets better and better.
It just brings happiness to people.
Well, the opposite.
The best part is that that's the not good one.
Yeah, there's a good one.
Well, there's one where you don't go. Where you don't go.
Just
it's not. Where there's one that you don't go.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Why would we play the good one?
Yeah.
This is our trademark now.
And I want Raff's good take to be happy.
Well, we're laughing.
Everybody's laughing. So the song has done its job. But my Raff's good take today goes out to Tammy Stevenson. Tammy is the director at The Bridge. It's a free nonprofit in downtown Lincoln. Our guy, Kendall Warnick, he sent it in. Just says that she's a great human being. She works tirelessly to make other lives better. And when I wanted to do the Raff's good take, that is exactly the type of person that I would like to highlight. So Tammy Stevenson, you are Raff's good take for the day, and continue to do amazing work in the community. And that's all. That's all.
Tammy Stevenson, well done. Appreciate your help and what you're doing to help so many other people too, man. Speaking of help, y'all, I told you going to talk about this story, right?
Yeah.
And it just, to me, it's like, are you serious? So Anthony Bass, is the pitcher for the Montreal,
the New York Mets, I think.
New York Mets, or it's the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
He's with the Blue Jays. So he has his Twitter post, and he posts a picture of his 2 kids. The flight attendant at United just made my 22-week pregnant wife, traveling with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, get on her hands and knees to pick up the popcorn mess by my youngest daughter. Are you kidding me? It's got 1,275 retweets, 14,000 quotes, 51.8 million views, and he is absolutely getting shredded.
Yeah. Don't make the mess,
bro. I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, okay, here's my first question: did you watch your wife crawl on her hands and knees to go get it, or were you not on the plane?
Yeah,
that's the first question.
Yeah, why weren't you?
Here's my second thing: the stewardesses are not there to clean the plane.
No,
I mean, granted, the little kids, but they're not. The flight attendants aren't your maids, though, man.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you clean up your own kid's mess? So he got, and United actually responded to him on there. Yeah. Did you see that, you guys? They actually
I didn't see the response.
Oh yeah, if you scroll down, it's been a lot. United actually responded back to him. It's like, sorry about the incident. They sent him a link to, to learn more about the situation. I'm thinking, dude, you make $3 million. Regardless, we thought it out. Doesn't matter what you make. Money's irrelevant. Why would you not clean up your own mess?
Yeah.
Now, I grant it.
Or why are you having your little kid? If you know the little kid, popcorn, probably going to be messy.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you think about that beforehand? But I just don't understand that. Why
the sense of entitlement?
We make a mess, but they can clean it up for me.
What's crazy is if it was a little mess, it would be one thing. Like the popcorn is creeping into other people's space.
Yep.
So that's I think where a bigger issue lies.
Mm-hmm.
There's popcorn behind the seat, like directly in front of people's feet, and so like there's barely any room on a plane anyway to begin with, right? So
been there, done that,
right? So United replied with, "Hi there, Anthony. We certainly understand your concern, and we would like to look into this. When you have a moment, please DM your wife's confirmation number along with any additional details regarding her interaction with this crew member." So
no,
dude, listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now, dog. As a father of 3 kiddos, I remember those days, and it's crazy to believe that it's been that fast. It's gone that quick. But I'm gonna tell you right now, my kid's making a mess. I'm cleaning it up. If they're of age, they're not gonna understand it 2 and 15 months. I mean, they're young at that point. But even the 2-year-old, we're gonna get on the ground and say, "This is how we pick up after ourselves."
So here's
it's simple.
Yeah.
The best reply. It got 41,000 likes. This reply did, and it said, "Quote: My wife had to be a parent." End quote. That's you right now, dude. Chill out. 41.8 thousand likes, while the initial tweet got only 10,000 likes. So everybody scrolled down and just liked the quote, "My wife had to be a parent." Oh no, that's you right now, dude.
Dude, Raff, I mean, come on, y'all.
Yeah, no.
So you think the stewardess should clean it up?
No, I think he should.
Flight attendant?
Well, first off, you got to have forward thinking. Like, all right, we're going on an airplane. Keep your if you have food, you don't find like the messiest food because you don't want to make a mess. First off, if you got little kids and popcorn, it's probably going to be messy.
Hey, dude, you ever eat popcorn with Coach Brown around?
Not lately.
Dude, it's like Cookie Monster. Ask any of the former guys and Coach Brown and popcorn.
If he's listening he's listening right now,
hey, I owe him.
You better watch out next time.
Listen to this.
He has roasted
Coach
me for
Brown
years.
is coming for AD next time.
He's roasted me for years.
Listen to this. He tweeted out later yesterday.
Huh.
Thank you, everyone, for the support. United Airlines told me that they're going to take care of matters with the flight attendant internally, and she will no longer be employed.
Oh my gosh,
Are you serious,
that's
bro?
horrible.
You're joking, Nick.
Serious?
That is you took away a person's career.
So,
what is the responses to that one?
That's horrible.
Somebody Google searched his earned run average, his ERA.
Yeah.
And said, so throwing garbage runs in the family. Because his career ERA is 7.3 runs per game.
Throwing garbage fronts in the
That is-
family.
And then somebody says, if someone deserves to be fired for not doing their job, it's you. And they sent that screenshot of his stats.
Oh gosh,
But
that's
you took away somebody's livelihood because you
See,
were
that
too,
sucks, man.
You were
That's
too
really
lazy to pick up after your kids.
And you know what, Chief? I know we don't say I know these kind of, but I'm gonna tell you right now,
That's
man.
disappointing.
Of all airlines, they're the ones that least amount should be firing anybody for doing their job. UAL stands for you ain't leaving. All right, I'm gonna tell you that right now. But you know what? Fellas, you know what? We're laughing, but that's sad, dude.
Oh, it's
that
horrible.
individual's gonna lose their job for doing the right thing because some knucklehead went out there and threw his
somebody
threw his
under the
name
bus.
out there. That's jacked up, man.
You know, if I'm that person that got fired, I put up crowdfunding or something like that.
Defamation.
Make a little money off of it.
Oh, I'd sue. Yeah. It wouldn't go down like Tyler. You're exactly right. And right there is what's wrong with society. What's wrong is just doing the right thing. Exactly. Pick up your stuff.
Pick up after yourself.
Pick up your stuff.
I mean, I don't have to pick up after myself because AD, anytime I have something, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
AD has got that cleaner in him. But it's rubbed off on me because now when he's not with me, there I catch myself out there picking up my stuff.
And think about you guys. Why not? Why wouldn't you? I just
don't get it.
I don't get this individual lost their job or potentially is going to lose their job.
Yeah.
Because for simply doing their job.
Yeah.
And a parent was not doing their job. So
Yeah.
you lost your job because a parent wasn't doing theirs,
Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And,
what would
and-
you
and
expect?
and you had the guts. Let's talk about the guts of the flight attendant, in all honesty, to say, hey, can you pick this up?
Right.
I mean, that takes
That's real talk.
that takes courage to sit there and when you in that profession are somewhat looked down upon, as we just
Right.
saw,
Yeah.
as a cleaner, a maid, whatever it may be.
And you know what, dude? The reason why Chase B, I love this. It would be funny if Southwest Airlines responded with, "We got a job opening for you."
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. Because you know why, dude? I treat no matter who you are. Because I've seen people treat my dad like garbage at times when he was as a janitor, and just expect like he was just some servant. And it's always stuck out with me, man. You treat everybody with respect and with dignity. So hopefully this individual finds another job as well.
Yeah, that's
Unknown texter before we go to break, it says, "Yep, another person thinking they are a victim." You're spot on, man. You're spot on. Well, folks, I tell you what, we're going to take it to break. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
There's a new way to vacay when you fly LNK. Check out brand new service at the Lincoln Airport to some of America's favorite travel destinations. Catch convenient nonstop flights to Vegas, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Orlando, Austin, Dallas, or Nashville when you fly via Redway. With so many affordable options to choose from, planning your vacation has never been easier. Visit goflyred.com and book today. Flights are public charters offered by Global X Air Tours LLC and operated by Global Crossing Airlines Incorporated.
The Empire brand is growing with ESC fabrication and sandblasting. ESC is your place for custom handrails, industrial and commercial painting, and more. ESC provides custom welding for aluminum and stainless steel and media blasting of all sorts. ESC has great attention to detail. They stick to deadlines and keep within your budget. If you can dream it, they can make it. Contact ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting in Waverly today at 531-207-9329.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. But now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction material. They sell in bulk to save you money, buying anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. They deliver anywhere, and if you mention you heard this ad on 93.7 The Ticket, they'll deliver in town for free through the month of April, with some restrictions applying. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny skies, warm, windy conditions here for our Tuesday, an afternoon high of around 78. Southeast winds could gust near 30 at times. We'll see a chance of scattered thunderstorms late this evening into tonight, with the low down to around 60. A high tomorrow of around 76 with another chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, back again to The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Wrapping up another Tuesday show. Practice down at the stadium today, getting ready for the spring game. Nick, make your way down there. Say hi to everyone.
Oh, yeah, so we're going to be at Tipsy Tina's on
Tipsy
Saturday.
Tina's on Saturday.
Pre-game show starts at 10:30 a.m. And Jake Sorensen, Steve Sipple, and Bill Bush will kick us off with our pregame coverage at 10:30. We got, you want to hear names that are going to be out there. And here's the deal. This is what's super cool about working at a place like The Ticket, because we get to have a lot of these voices on our airwaves. Bill Bush, Kenny Wilhite, Jay Foreman, DP.
Oh, congratulations, Kenny Wilhite.
Yes, big congrats to Kenny. We'll talk about that in a moment. Kenny Wilhite, DP, Amon Green, Vershawn, Terrell Farley, AD, Raff, Eric Strickland, Bill Bush, Steve Sipple, myself, Rico, and Austin.
It's going to be a fun Saturday, man.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Then we'll also have post-game coverage. DP and Bach will take care of post-game as well on Saturday afternoon. So we'll start our coverage at 10:30 a.m. from Tipsy Tina's down in the Haymarket. So make sure you come on out there, hang out with us, say hello. pictures, all that good stuff.
Twist
will be
my
out
arm,
there.
Chase B. Twist my arm.
You know, a big shout out. A big Husker brother, Kenny Wilhite,
Yeah, me too.
made an announcement yesterday.
Oh, I apologize. Bill Bush will not be able to make it. I just got sorry, Bill. Sorry. But still, you get to hear Bill every single day.
Yeah.
So thanks, Mark.
Bill's
Sorry about that.
No worries. Kenny Wilhite, of course, friend of the station, on the show in the evenings. Old school 46. Kenny is the new head coach of Dakota Valley Panthers High School there in Sioux City. Is it Sioux City, Iowa? Sioux City,
yeah.
Sioux City. And is couldn't be more deserving. Those young men that, like I told them, to that whole community is going to be better because of it. You bring a guy in with, experience on all levels, NFL, CFL, college, longtime coach, recruiter. Kenny has the whole package. You talk about a guy that's deep. Now, here's the thing about Kenny. I'm going to tell you, a lot of folks don't know this. Kenny is very particular about everything. What I mean by that?
Yeah.
The shoes are always going to be clean. His truck is going to be clean.
Car's always dirty.
Car's always clean.
Always dirty.
No, don't be blaspheming my boy, man. The way that he cleans.
I've seen his vehicle.
No.
He washes his car every day.
That
He's
dude
got
is
that-
meticulous.
he's
But
got
you know
that
what?
unlimited membership.
He played the same way, though. Kenny's pads had to be a certain way because there's the truth. How you do some things is how you do everything. Kenny was always on that. When he was at university, Kenny was on that phone every single day, early, late at night, film, text messages, emails, phone calls, Zoom calls. You talk about someone that literally poured their life into their work. Kenny's that guy.
Yep.
Well, it also shows
Kenny's that guy. Big shout out to you, big bro.
He
Big
crossed
shout
over
out.
with a lot of staffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
rare.
Such a rare thing.
That's rare.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Can you
about his
imagine?
work
Can you
ethic.
imagine though, if you're a high school kid and you have aspirations of
Yeah.
playing college football,
Exactly.
and you have that head coach who's been everywhere? He knows what it takes to play college ball, knows what it takes to play NFL ball, and to have that to get your start with that kind of coach. I mean, that's an awesome pickup for Dakota Valley.
And he's going to he's gonna get more of those kids they thought was possible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that excites me about that, man. It's really exciting to see this. A big shout out to you, K-Dub, man. Congrats to you on the new position. And I know you're going to do big things up there, man.
Yeah.
Big things.
Chase BS parking lot beers at 10 a.m. on Saturday.
I said, twist my arm.
Yeah. I mean, you know where to find us, Chase B.
We ain't hard to find.
You know where to find us.
We are not hard to find at all.
Let us know where we need to go.
Nick, let me ask you both this before we close.
my segment's at 12:10 p.m. So I got 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm kidding.
Hey, dude, I just wish the weather was going to be warmer, though,
I
man.
know it's going to be.
But this is Nebraska, though, too, though. You never know.
Yeah.
That's when you can. That's what you just gotta hit Fireball, guys.
We're not young and crazy.
I've heard that a few times, Nick. Dude,
Trust me, that's what happened on Sunday.
Dude, I'm still tripping. You played 27 holes of golf in that mess, and they wouldn't play a softball game.
Yeah, thankfully, went to the chiropractor. Shout out to my guys, Spine and Sports.
It's now up to 52 on Saturday.
It's climbing.
Yeah,
it's climbing.
Yes, that's climbing. Got cupped at. Have you guys ever been cupped on your back?
No.
Oh, we have those
with
cards on your
suction.
back?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
suction. I got that yesterday.
Wow.
Whew.
What is it?
And a haircut today?
Haircut today. Haircut day is best day.
He's a brand new man.
What does it actually cupping do for you? Like, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
It pulls the, and doctors and people on the text line can probably correct me if I'm wrong. The way I imagine it is it pulls the skin away from the muscles.
Okay.
And away from all the tissue and the tendons. And so it loosens everything up. And so he just cut me and then basically.
Do you have cups on your back right now then?
Not anymore.
They're all gone.
No, they're all gone.
So does it hurt?
No, it feels so good.
So it's kind of releasing,
so good.
basically just releasing
tons of
lactic acid from around the muscle buildup and all that stuff.
Exactly.
I've been thinking about doing that, man, but I've never.
Highly recommend.
Dude, I need to get a massage. What I need to do, man. Last time I got a massage in Jamaica, and that lady, I said, "Hey, mom." I said, "Mom, you're pushing too hard."
Was that
Mom.
after you paraglided or parasailed?
I think it was actually after that, man.
Never forget that.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Never forget.
But I wanted to slow. She was. I mean, it was almost like I was getting assaulted in that broom, man.
Yeah. never forget. AD went on a trip about a month after starting to do the show.
It's committed.
It still showed up every morning.
I did the same thing when I started as an intern. I was like, Mark hired me as an intern a couple years ago, and I was like, sweet man. Now, unfortunately, I got to go to Breckenridge. I had this trip planned. I was 19 going, hey, I got to go to Breckenridge. I'm
Hey, I appreciate the
sorry.
job, but I do got a vacation.
I'm not
lined
gonna.
up,
I'm not gonna be
just
here
long
for
as
the
you
first
know.
3 days.
We got priorities.
Yeah. All right.
Well, folks, 80 Attitude Adjuster today, as always, is brought to you by ILC, Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, weekends, help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and helping achieve their hopes and their dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Again, that's ilc.net/careers. Folks, 80 Attitude Adjuster today is a little thing I read this morning. Bitterness is poison, and forgiveness is the antidote. Folks, here's the reality. I've said this before in times past, but here's the reality. If you're holding bitterness towards somebody, the only person you're hurting is you. It's like that song in Frozen, let it go, let it go. Doesn't mean you'll be back best friends with that person and everything, but let it go. Bitterness is poison. It messes with every part of your body, spiritually, physically, mentally, all levels. Let it go. Forgiveness is the antidote. If we haven't learned anything from this day in history with Brooke Barons, you're passing unexpectedly, folks, all of us have an expiration date we don't know. Make things right when you can. 80 Attitude Adjustment for the day. Fellas, it was a good one.
All right, everybody. Have a great I said Wednesday. Have a great Tuesday, and we will see you on Wednesday. Have a great day, everyone.